Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of The Death of Art. We're in New York City in the Chelsea section. It is best known as a gallery neighborhood. There are probably more galleries in this neighborhood than anywhere on Earth. It is also known for some of the worst art on planet Earth. So in terms of being in the belly of the beast, you can't be more in the belly of the beast than here. If you want to get ripped off, spend thousands of dollars on a piece of crap that you hang on your wall to forever remind you for the rest of your life what an awful experience you had in the art world, well, this is the place to do it. We're on our way to Brian Leo's studio. It exists in a secret, undisclosed location right in the heart of Chelsea. It is not available to the public. If you don't know the guy, you don't get to see it. So let's see what we find. Hello?
Hey, how you doing, Stefan?
Yes,
Brian
Leo.
Brian Leo, nice to meet you.
Amazing, so glad to finally meet you.
Thanks for coming in.
Well, this is great. This is a massive amount of work. So wait a second, there's so much art in here, I can't even picture where you actually make this art. This is your studio, right?
This is my studio.
So I guess you just shuffle some of this stuff away and...
I mean, these are all blank canvases.
Right.
I usually just get a chair and just sit on this desk, you know, and work on one and put something away and then get another one. So it's just kind of like this amount of space.
You know, guys, I just want to point out, this is a seminal, perfect reason of why working small is great. You do not need to make a 10-foot by 15-foot canvas. This is just as effective.
You know, I have some great words from Ronnie Cutrone, who was Andy Warhol's assistant. He had curated me in a couple shows. He said that Warhol told him, like, I don't understand why people just don't make small works and just sell them accessibly priced and just keep, instead of selling. So I'm about just like high volume and accessible prices.
This is one of those cases where just the volume and just the amount of things brought together makes a second greater work. I mean, this whole wall in itself is one piece of art on a certain level. And yes, then you break them up and sell them individually.
But he does encourage people to buy 30 paintings at once.
Yeah, there are people like the singer Sia from Australia. She has a big collection, and Tom Colicchio does, and G-Love, the musician. So some people do, just buy their own. They create their own formations, and that's something that I realized today because the space that I installed in the project space is something that I haven't done in a long time. So, I mean, to put up an installation of my artwork, and that's like kind of where I'm at right now at this point.
Let's take a look.
Yeah. During the pandemic in 2020, this space had been just disheveled, and I put the floors in and I put the walls up, and I decided in 2020 that I wanted to utilize the space. Once all the museums and galleries declared, if you wanted to visit a gallery, it would just be by appointment, right? So since I don't want any traffic here or have any opening receptions, I thought that I could, be on the same platform with just by appointment. So I would showcase artists' work. There must have been 20 plus shows, and maybe 10 of the artists, this was like their first time having their own solo show in New York City. I could have used that time to try to just be like me, and like try to put myself and sell my stuff like by myself. But I during that time, I definitely valued trying to have, whatever human connection I could just minimally. And then every person who came in here, I would take a picture and kind of document it. It's on Brian Leo Projects on Instagram, where I did that for like 2020, 21. And then, today is the first day that I've put up like all my pieces, and I might be moving in this direction actually. I'm not sure if the project space is necessary by appointment only, now that people are more relaxed with, just 2023 and where we are with COVID.
So you create groups of paintings and encourage that to be a single piece of art, which I think is a brilliant idea, and I really can't remember anybody who does that like you do. I see a group right here, But then again, I can see a whole group here as a single piece of art. This one seems single, but then again, it could be this in the center with all the pieces around it. So it keeps the boundaries keep jumping around the way you laid this out, which is fascinating.
I'm glad you appreciate the installation. So I'm half Korean, half Italian, first generation American. I was born in New Jersey. And when I install the pieces, again, I put all this work up in 1 hour.
I love this one. This is, I think, my favorite one in the entire room.
I haven't done it in a long time, for like maybe 3 years, honestly. This is what I used to do all the time, like floor to ceiling. It was influenced by, my visits to like Jeffrey Deitch Gallery, seeing like Barry McGee or Twist's work early in the late 90s and stuff. And, but anyway, like going back to the intuitive installation, I think that perhaps maybe my father's dad, my grandfather, who I never met in Italy, his name was Cosimo. He was I think he did tiles. So I wonder if that's, some kind of creative spirit. Maybe I have this intuitive sense to, of course I'm conscious like with the content as well and putting things together, but the color and the vibrancy and the resonance and things bouncing off each other, it's like a puzzle that I definitely enjoy.
I don't think you can get this
and the unconscious.
by actually thinking about it too hard. That's art.
It's fun. It's like that, I guess that wabi-sabi thing, like the imperfection and, trying to be perfect and like the, within the imperfection of it all. So.
All right, actually, this is my new favorite one. You look around, you're like, oh, this is definitely the best one here. Then you keep looking, and that's great.
I'd like this kind of meditation on personal and political social commentary mixed together, and not so literal or direct like Banksy's work or anything. There's like layers of meaning in certain pieces.
This entire space is a gem in itself, and within it are thousands of small little gems. And I learned something today, that you can take a wall, you can add two together, and it'll be a single piece of art. Then you can expand out from that and have multiple different pieces of art as you go across the wall. And the way Brian Leo lays stuff out, the groups have almost an infinite amount of combinations. Now that's really refreshing. And that's a storage space. Right. Is that your storage space?
Basically.
It looks so organized.
I know, I need to work on it, yeah.
Please like, please subscribe, and please ring the bell.